AJA was instrumental in doing, starting the whole, let's try and understand what we need to do, and ProRes is so good, but Apple doesn't do anything with it. And with the original IOHT, when I first went in the very first developmental meetings in early 2007, before it came out, first thing I said to him, why don't we have 12? My specialty in my work is mostly done on film production sets, commercials, those kinds of things. So I have the ability to, see information differently. But with the Key Pro, we now have something that allows inexpensive, older cameras, HDV cameras. The problem with cameras nowadays, there's a flavor of the month. There are so many versions of how you do things and where you do things. It's difficult for a lot of people to understand that, Canon HDV is different than Sony HDV, and they don't quite marry together anymore. And by actually accessing the manufacturer's proprietary process for hardware to make component video or HDSDI out, we're now going back to the way the manufacturer wanted the content to be delivered. Sony's been like this for a long time. A good example would be HD Cam. Here's a format that's very high end, but it's recorded on tape as 1440 by 1080. But they don't let anybody see that. They use proprietary tools to get the best out of it. Now, what AJ and Apple have done, have combined to be able to capture 10-bit content directly out of these inexpensive cameras and make them join the tapeless modern revolution. HDSDI, component, HDMI, in and out. So it's all of a sudden, and it also offers video assist. So you actually got a composite tab on the back of it. So with HDSDI and component and a standard composite tap out, you have the ability to monitor, see, view anything in real time. And like in all AJA products, everything is always live on the outputs. And with a tool like this, we now have the ability to not only work at a higher method, but save so much time in post. When you have, say you have a standard definition camera, a 720 camera that does variable frame rate, and a 1080 camera. You need to be able to handle these in multiple different ways. So you can take standard definition, 625 information and up-convert it to 50i, so it's properly being handled. You can take that 720 camera and do an overcrank or undercrank, because the AJA technology has always supported variable frame rate capture. You can actually go in and capture the information of the 720 camera and convert it to 1080. So now I have 1080-60 from 525, I have 1080-50 from 720, and I have 1080-50 from a camera that might do something else. And you have the ability to do all of these things and have a unified platform for post. Because one of the things that people see is they want to do all different kinds of flavors of timeline, and then they find out that I have to render forever. I've got to sit there and wait. If you're working in HDV, you've got to conform. You have all of these issues with production and post. Now, by starting at the camera head and determining what's being done at post, we're taking the highest level practices in the film industry. How they shoot it on set, it stays that way all the way through post. Now we're taking those same film style philosophies and say, we want you to capture it at the camera so that it maintains its integrity all the way through post.
Well, it's just with this exoskeleton, it's obvious that it becomes part of the camera.
It becomes part of the camera. And we also, because it's part of the camera, we're also very important about remembering that from the rails up, we don't touch. We're not going to make any of the accessories other than what you see here, because we think that the third-party people that are already doing rails, that are already doing matte boxes, that are already doing the controls that exist nowadays, are going to actually do that better. And we're going to partner with a number of companies. And it's actually, we've even done things like made a removable base plate on the back of it so you can actually control and change information. So with this as a removable piece, you actually have the ability to change and modify that to add other accessories. Say, you could do, with this one, a perfect example, I was talking to somebody from a company called Zacuto, which makes a lot of accessories. And they were immediately thinking about doing a direct attach here for a battery plate. So it goes right to the 12 volt, and then instead of being on the rail, it hangs behind, and with a smaller camera, it might give better balance on their system. So it's things like that people, it's all about making sure that people share information and do that, but some people may have a better idea about how hardware works, and about how configuration for the hardware works. So why not let people who do what they do it? Why don't we let people who do better than we do the best? My mouth is tired.
That's all right.